Good day, everyone, especially to you, ma'am. We are Group 10, and our topic it's all about liberation movement. By the way, I am Ashley Naheljo, and I'm going to discuss about liberation movement. What is it all about? Liberation movement is a type of social movement that seek territorial independence or enhance political or cultural autonomy or rights of various types within an existing nation state for a particular national, ethnic, or racial group. And also, liberation movement is an organization. So, when we say liberation movement, or when we say first social movement is a birth because of those existing social problem in our country. Because of the idea of the social movement, they help a lot of people. They solve a lot of social problem in our country, wherein those community who suffer from political problem or other social problem, they cope up with so many idea to solve that specific problem in the community. So when we say liberation movement, it is a type of social movement. That's why liberation movement is a movement that seeks territorial independence. So, like for an example, here in the Philippines, as an independence country, there's a lot of social problem that exist. That's why, because of those social problem exist in the Philippines, the liberation movement helped to solve it, to cope with idea to have an easily or properly solved in that specific social problem. And also liberation movement helped to enhance the political or cultural autonomy of the Philippines or other, not only the Philippines but other country. um, Liberation movement is a idea that helped about it's help about independence of the specific community or nation states. And this is the organization that help the specific community or a specific nation to cope in that specific social problem. And the liberation movement has so many idea, and my classmate will going to discuss it. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Daisy Deluyan and in this video, I am going to discuss po yung women liberation. So, meron po tayong tinatawag na woman right movement. Yung woman right movement are also called the woman liberation movement. Yes po, tinatawag din itong diverse social movement. Na kung saan, in 1970s, they sought yung equal rights and also yung opportunities at yung personal freedom para sa mga kababaihan. Then, the supporters of equal rights para sa mga kababaihan is March on Washington. In 1970s, the feminists often battered women's shelters and successful na pinaglaban nila yung protection from discriminations para sa mga pregnant and yung mga na-reform from rape and nakaranas ng domestic violence. Then, in 1973, napatunayan ng US Supreme Court na si Roe v. Wade na ang number state laws under abortions obtaining during the first 3 months of pregnancy were legal. Marami sa mga advances in women's rights is nag-result siya ng greater engagement sa politics. Isa sa mga examples ay si Patsy Mink na kung saan siya yung first Asian American woman na na-elect bilang Congress. Isa siya sa mga interested na to fight discrimination in education since in her youth. In the Philippine settings, meron tayong dalawang women's movement. Ito yung tinatawag na Kilusang Kababaihang Pilipina or the Philippines Women's Movement. Yung pangalawa, yung Katipunan ng Kalayaan para sa Kababaihan or the Organization of Women for Freedom. So sabi pa dito, the dynamic women's movement in the Philippines is the product of a long history of struggles and participation in a various historical conjunctures. So the women's movement developed and responded to the needs of time.
In 1968, a group of Native American activists, including Dennis Bank, George Michels, and Cy Villicourt, combined a gathering of 200 people in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and formed the American Indian Movement, or IM. In 1970, the average life expectancy for a Native American person was 46.
So, hello everyone, I am Archie Ramos, and for today's video, I am going to discuss the gay rights liberation. So, ano nga ba ang gay rights liberation? So, tinatawag din itong gay rights movement. So, uh, these civil rights movements advocates equal rights for LGBTQ persons and seek to eliminate discrimination against LGBTQ and employment, credit, housing, public, and etc. So, the Stonewall Inn in 1969. So, ano nga ba yung Stonewall Inn? So, yung Stonewall Inn na ito ay ito yung isang uri ng bar kung saan nangyari ang riot ng mga gay dahil sa ipinaglalaban nila ang kanilang karapatan sa lipunan. So, noong 1969, ni-raid ng mga pulis ang Stonewall Inn na matatagpuan sa Greenwich Village ng New York City. Ito ay nagsisilbing kanlungan ng community ng mga gay, lesbian, transgender sa lungsod ng New York taong June 15, 1522. Okay. Ang gay rights group ay natagpuan sa Los Angeles at San Francisco. Taong 1950, ang post-war organization for gay civil rights at Matachin Society ay inilunsad sa Los Angeles. Taong 1966 naman, ang lungsod ng Los Angeles ay naging tahanan na ng National Transsexual Counseling Unit. At noong taong 1967, ang Sexual Freedom League ng San Francisco ay isinilang Noong 1964 naman, ang APA ay tumigil sa pag-uuri ng homosexual bilang anyo ng sakit sa pag-iisip. Si Harvey Milk ay isang American politician na unang na-elect sa public office ng California as a member of San Francisco Board of Supervisors noong taong 1977. So, ano nga ba ang mga layunin ng gay rights movements or gay rights liberation? So, alamin natin. Noong November 11, 1950, sa Los Angeles, ang gay rights activist na si Harry Hay ang unang nagtatag ng kauna-unahang Sustained National Gay Rights Organization ng Amerika. Ang mga layunin ng Mattachine Society ay ma-eliminate ang discrimination, derision, prejudice at bigotry upang assimilate ang mga homosexual sa lipunan at upang linangin ang paniniwala ng kultura o paniniwala ng isang ethical na homosexual na kultura. Ang karaniwang layunin ng gay rights organization ay ang pagkakaroon ng pagkakapantay-pantay sa lipunan para sa mga LGBT. Pero ngayon, mayroon pa rin pagtatanggi sa ganap na karapatan ng mga LGBTQ or LGBT.